Welcome back to John Thomas Live. I'm John Thomas, and you can hear in the background we are live at Media Row for Evolution 4. Darcy, this is like the Super Bowl. There has to be 800 people here. You're thinking more. Yeah, there has to be over 800 people here. You've got every major network represented. I mean, I'm talking, and I'm allowed to say this, but we've got Fox, CBS, Disney, ABC. I mean, there's podcasters, there's bloggers, there's media reviewers here. There's other professional wrestling, there's other professional wrestlers walking around here. Evolution 4, the biggest pay-per-view in professional wrestling in all of, combat sports. They have their own media row. We're only allowed these short interval media recording sessions, like these media blocks here, thanks to Fox Sports, who is covering Evolution 4 all day long here during Media Row. And it is Wednesday, June 23rd. What a beautiful afternoon is outside. Even better inside, though. It's air conditioned, not as humid. Air conditioned, and we've got tons of stuff to talk about. Folks, you want to talk about Evolution 4? Well, that's what I'm here to do. You've already heard me talk about other matches and give my predictions, give my hot takes, as you will. Well, I've got more. And the cool thing about Evolution 4 is it's split up into 2 days. All coincides as Evolution 4, so it doesn't even matter. If you're on Saturday, doesn't matter. You're still part of Evolution 4. It's still a sold-out arena, too, by the way. It's the arena where the Detroit Pistons play. Sold out. They're expecting, the hottest of hot crowds ever. I mean, who wouldn't be that excited? You're watching Evolution 4, and it's live on CBS for free. Then you have the stadium on Sunday, which, again, a sold-out crowd, one of the fastest-selling events, in action wrestling history. Wow. I'm out of breath just thinking about it. I had to give me some water there. Darcy, let's talk about one of these matches, because the text line, as soon as it got announced, was all over this match. It's Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen cook-off. Masuda and Tara Walker in this match. It's almost funny because it was like these two were just destined to hit it off anyway. Tara Walker, Masuda backstage, feeling down and out about his father and his role model's mentor. He can't step out of the shadows of Jubai. And Tara Walker comes in talking smack. They start talking smack. They have this tag match later on when it features Flop and Alex Scott, who have already in their own match at Evolution in a submission match. So these two just start brawling, throwing haymakers at each other. And again, it sets this course, this destined fate course towards Evolution 4. So Jim Mudd makes this a match in which they have to have this cook-off. Is it even a match? We don't even know. Does it have wrestling involved? Again, we don't know. It's Evolution 4, so anything can happen. But they're featured in this Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen cook-off. And who doesn't like Hell's Kitchen? I love Hell's Kitchen. I love Hell's Kitchen. Hell's Kitchen is one of my favorite shows. Me and the missus watch that every Monday night right now. The news is Darcy, you watch Hell's Kitchen? Of course you do. Big fan. We're all big fans of Gordon Ramsay. I mean, it's raw. The meat is raw. Slams down. I mean, I don't want to get into it, but I am very interested in the fact that he throws food that could still be cooked and used for thousands of homeless people, and he just throws it against the wall for Fox cameras. Now, I know, I work for Fox, so I'll watch my mouth here. I'm just giving them my opinion. I'm just having some fun with it. Sorry, I am parched. It is hot outside, so I'm trying to drink as much water as I can. Is it a match? We don't know if it's a match, but they're going to have a Hell's Kitchen cook-off, so I'm guessing there's some sort of cooking involved. Some sort of match. There has to be a winner and loser. I have no idea who to pick on this because I don't know if either of them can cook. I don't know if either of them can make a meal in the vein of Hell's Kitchen. I don't know if they can make a risotto. I don't know if they can make the beef Wellington. I'm just not sure. Not sure about it. It'd be cool if there's a challenge and maybe one of them gets to ride the helicopter and go see the Grand Canyon, while the other one has to clean and stuff, and then drink one of those fish milkshakes or something. No idea how this is going to go down. We know Gordon Ramsay's in the house. We know he's going to be a part of it, a huge part of it. Again, it's the Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen cook-off, and Masuda and Walker will go at it one-on-one. Again, not sure if it's a match. We have no idea. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm expecting Gordon Ramsay, I guess, to come out on top. He'll look good. Maybe it turns into a triple threat match, and Gordon Ramsay's the winner in his own match. Again, Masuda and Tara Walker in a Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen cook-off at Evolution 4. This other match I wanted to talk about is this number one contenders match for the Tag Team Championships. It's featuring the Vanguard, which is Downfall and Dionysus, up against Team Extreme, which is Shane Striker and Bam Beefer. And then it's Mason Jones, who got to handpick his tag team partner, and we all witnessed it live last Monday night on Monday Night Clash, where, Mason Jones chose Jason Price to not only be his tag team partner in the ring, but to be his tag team partner for life. And we didn't get an answer out of that. And before we talk about that, I want to talk about Team Extreme, Shane Striker and Bam Beefer, who have the chemistry of just two junkyard dogs who have never seen each other, but they both were raised as junkyard dogs, right? Now, we know Striker and Beefer are friends in some other companies. Finally reuniting, you would think they would reunite as arch nemesis, as like these rivals. Nope, instead they team up and both just going to kind of dish out the pain as much as they would like to. So they both got this they both got into this match during, Torture's birthday bash on Monday Night Clash a couple weeks ago. Really weird, but Bam Beefer and Shane Striker kind of deliver their own justice, their own pain, this own extreme brand of wrestling. And who knows if this match is going to turn into a hardcore or extreme match? It could. I have no idea. But if it does, I would keep my eyes open on Striker and Beefer. We know Bam Beefer has Beef Rules matches. We know Shane Striker is a two-time Extreme World Champion in another company. So seeing them together, very dangerous, could work out for them. What I like, though, is this unspoken bond, this chemistry that we've been seeing lately from Downfall and Dionysus. Of course, this happened at Havoc, where, Downfall turned on the Lost Breed, turned away from him, and turning his back on Lost Breed, falls out of the Lost Breed's hands, does not want to eliminate Dionysus from the Havoc Rumble like James Nightingale was telling him to. So, again, turns his back, leaves the group. Great pop. Everyone's starting to cheer for him. And then all of a sudden, in the thick of things in Havoc, you see Downfall and Dionysus just sort of running these tag team moves that you could tell they've never talked about. They've never once spoken or communicated about this at all. So this unspoken respect for each other, this unspoken bond turned into this team-like chemistry. Post-Havoc, they decide that they're going to be a tag team where they kind of stick up for each other. They win a tag team match on the final go-home show, the Clash before Evolution, and they get put into this number one contenders match, the Vanguard, as they're calling themselves. Again, chemistry in tag team matches goes a long way. So when you have it, and I mean you have it for real, you can turn it up a notch. And that's what makes the best tag team champions in action wrestling history. And what I'm talking about Power Word Kill, anyone who's been on a team with Spencer Adams, I'm talking about Red, White, and Bruised. They have this it factor, this chemistry that, sure, they lose sometimes. And sometimes you can get lucky, and sometimes you could just be the best tag team on that night. But chemistry goes so far in the tag team division, and I love the chemistry that Downfall and Dionysus share inside that ring. When you hear the bell, and you got to see it these last couple of weeks on Monday Night Clash, when the bell rings, there's just something that they just work as if they've been grown up, if they've been raised and matured as a tag team their entire life. They have not. They don't know each other. until they, had this crazy rivalry a while ago, a long time ago. So they have this respect for each other, this shared respect, which is turned into like this untapped chemistry. And I believe potentially we are looking at one of the top tag teams of the year when it's all said and done. I know it's June. I know we're halfway through the year. But I'm telling you, the second half of this year, Vanguard is going to be one of the top tag teams. And you're going to see a tag team of the year, and it kicks off the genesis of the Vanguard right here at Evolution. Now let's talk about that segment we saw on Monday Night Clash. Mason Jones with the biggest shocking question of the century. This is a man who came into Action Wrestling and instantly heeded the advice, instantly seeked out the mentorship of the WCF Hall of Famer, one of the all-time greats in Jason Price. Mason Jones, who came in like this womanizing, how else would you say this, Darcy? He came in, for lack of better words, folks, and I'm just going to say it, he came in womanizing and flirting and thrusting his hips as like a womanizer, as he was chasing tail, as they say. And all of that seemed to be something that he was dealing with inside, kept it inside, never once revealed his true self until in the ring on Monday Night Clash over a week ago, Mason Jones was asked or was given the option to handpick his own teammate for this match, thanks to Torture. And Torture had some sort of advice for him too. Mason was like, well, I don't know how to ask, and Torture just kind of brushing him off and like sort of like being a passive aggressive jerk about it or being a smart ass about it, was just like, well, make it a grand gesture, ask him big, make it a big thing. So here we are watching Mason Jones come out, and you could tell he was a little nervous, something was on edge. But we're all thinking, like, of course, Price is going to say yes. Jason Price would be foolish to say no for a tag team championship opportunity. Yeah, Price doesn't like Mason Jones. Yeah, Price is sort of annoyed, just is like this lone wolf, right? He's just on his own. Doesn't want anyone to mess up the chances of him getting laid or getting paid, right? But we knew that Jason Price had nothing else going on for Evolution 4, so of course he would have said yes to being his tag team partner in the ring for Evolution 4, to get an opportunity at a tag team championship shot, a number one contenders match. Of course Price is going to say yes. So we were all curious on why Mason Jones was so nervous. Well, now we found out why. He stood in the ring, asked Price to come out, had this big, long monologue and gassed up Price, hyped him up, and then asked him the biggest question a man could ask another person, which is, will you not only be my tag team partner in the ring at Evolution, but will you be my tag team partner for life? He proposed. Mason Jones got down on one knee and proposed to a WCF Hall of Famer, Jason Price. We know Price as the biggest womanizing, man whore, drug addicted, money success fueled man I have ever met in my life. We know him as that. And all he could do was stare at poor Mason Jones down on one knee holding this beautiful ring. I mean, a beautiful diamond ring. We had to look at, Darcy zoomed in. Darcy had tears in her eyes, she's telling me the next day. She says, I was crying when Mason Jones, it was the most beautiful thing I have ever, Mason Jones shared his love with not only Jason Price, WCF Hall of Famer, one of the greatest to do it all time inside that wrestling ring. No, he shared his love to everyone. Everyone got to witness this moment. And Price was so dumbfounded, so shocked, could not give an answer, had nothing to say. And so he just quietly, with his shocked expression, with his sobering moment, just, slid and slipped through the wrestling ring ropes, off the apron, just shuffled on backwards up the ramp. And as far as we know, and I've got many sources on the case, we have not heard a single word from Jason Price. And if you look at Mason Jones' Twitter, and I've tried to send him DMs, he does not want to talk about it. He has tweeted me, no comment, doesn't want to talk about it. He has sent hundreds of texts and phone calls. That is from Mason Jones' Twitter. He has sent many phone calls, many Twitters to Jason Price and has no response. The biggest story going into this match was the Vanguard's unbridled, unspoken bond, their respect, their chemistry, and how they're going to probably and potentially become one of the top tag teams in the tag team division. And it got turned on its head when Mason Jones asked the biggest question someone can ask another human being, which is, will you marry me? Not only did he want him as a tag team partner in the ring, he wanted him as a tag team partner for life. Jason Price was so sobered up by this, so shocked, could not find an answer. Didn't say a word. And I'm not going to lie to you folks, the first tier that Mason Jones had almost got me. The second tier, after Price started to walk away, broke me. That's what got me. I said, how could you walk away from this man? But then again, that's not my lifestyle. That's not my identity. But my God, if Mason Jones got on one knee and said these things about me that he said about Price, had that great, honest, genuine look in his face and asked me to marry him, I'd have a hard time saying no. One of the coolest moments, one of the most honest, genuine, beautiful moments we have ever seen on Monday Night Clash, and Price didn't have an answer. Mason Jones revealed to the world that he was a gay man, proposed to Jason Price, one of the most man-whorish, womanizing wrestlers of all time, and Price didn't have an answer for him. Well, I hope Jason Price shows up at Evolution 4 and has an answer, because you gotta tell this man no. You gotta tell him no if that's not what you're into. Or do what we all want you to do and say yes, because we are sure that Jason Price is overcompensating for something, right? Maybe Mason Jones knows more than we do. Poor Mason Jones. Mason, I love you, bud. You're an awesome wrestler, an awesome human being. Keep your head up. Good luck in that number one contendership. It's hard to look past Team Extreme. It's hard to look past Vanguard. Two crazy teams in that match. Wow. Darcy, I know. Wipe the tear. It's all right. It's hard to talk about one of the most beautiful moments we've ever seen in Clash history, and it didn't have an answer. Didn't have the ending that we were hoping for. Maybe we'll get it at Evolution 4. Speaking of the another cool moment for Evolution 4 is the Prince Jimmy Dean Memorial Battle Royal, and of course I grew up as a fan of Prince Jimmy Dean and just loved his Prince and his king, look that he always had, coming out on his horse, and was one of the a superstar from WCF's generation, and of course I still remember him competing in that first Havoc, and of course passing away due to complications in his health the week after the first ever Havoc Rumble. And I think it was really cool that Torture in Action Wrestling, Gravedigger made this Prince Jimmy Dean Memorial Battle Royal. Some names that have been announced so far: LeBron James, NBA superstar, NBA greatest of all time, right? Anthony Davis from the Los Angeles Lakers, Draymond Green from the Golden State Warriors, Khalil Mack, who we saw, he's the Celebrity Havoc winner this year. He's in the Rumble as well. And then, of course, just some of the names that have been announced is Willie Dinkus, John Blade, Chase Jackson. Nate is in this. We know past winner Hajit is coming back for one night only again, where he was one night only in Havoc. How many returns you can have for one night only Action Wrestling? Hajit, thank you. But we know past winners Chase Jackson's in this as well. So I love the Prince Jimmy Dean Memorial Battle Royal. It's a break to the palate. It's a break up in all of the action. It's not so intense. A lot of fun. Action Wrestling continues to deliver a lot of fun moments for it, which is always great. Khalil Mack is just a big dude. How do you throw him over the top rope? I think it could be anyone's match. LeBron James, right, the greatest of all time. This is the first time that we're actually getting to see him compete in something that's not just an NBA game, right? We always want to see him in these slam dunk contests or the three-point shootout. Never going to do it. Never going to happen. We always want to see him play tight end for the Cleveland Browns. Never going to happen. Never going to do it. So if we finally get to see him here, the Prince Jimmy Dean Memorial Battle Royal, LeBron James would be my pick to win the fourth annual Prince Jimmy Dean Memorial Battle. Yeah, I'm going to go LeBron James. I'm going to go greatest of all time. Steph Curry, who? I'm going to go with LeBron James, greatest of all time. That's my pick. Not going to turn back on it. And the last match I want to talk about is happening Saturday night. It's the main event. It is a cruiserweight tag team ladder match. This was sort of announced as like a TLC match, but they've quietly gotten rid of the T and the C, right? It's just a ladder match. And it is featuring 5 tag teams. The Gatecrashers will defend their Cruiserweight Tag Team Championships against Red, White, and Bruised, greatest tag team of all time, 2 Gents, Star Power, and the Strong Style Express. And real quick, I want to talk about Gatecrashers, which is Sarah Pettis and Void holding on to these belts. They are champions for a reason. They just get things done. Ever since they both have just bought in to this mentality, to this lifestyle of this Devil's Gate, this sort of like dark and this chaotic order of some sort. Like they've just become, well, they've become champions. They've become unstoppable. And so the Gatecrashers are hard to choose against, especially when it comes to a ladder match. I'm not saying Pettis and Void are always going to rely on outside interference, but it can happen. And it is mostly, again, maybe looked down upon with like a little bit of disrespect, but it is legal. And so expect Devil's Gate to be some sort of, again, not saying Void and Pettis are relying on that, because I do believe that they are both great superstars that don't need outside interference. But let's face it, when it comes to these Cruiserweight Tag Team Championships, they're going to do anything and everything in their power to hold on to them. I want to talk about Strong Style Express, because, wow, what a new tag team that was just injected into the Cruiserweight division. This tag team is going places. And them and Star Power are, if they're the future of the Cruiserweight Tag Team division, then the Tag Team division in the Cruiserweight division is just unstoppable and does not need to be worked on, does not need to be fixed anytime soon. Because again, if they're the future looks bright. Strong Style Express, of course, coming over from another company, found success there, finding way more success here in Action Wrestling. There's a reason why they're in this ladder match. Not heavy favorites betting odd wise, but for me, heavy favorites. Strong Style Express is going to do damage. They're going to make a moment out of this. I'm telling you, they're going to make a huge moment here at Evolution 4. This is Saturday night's main event, of course, on CBS Primetime. Star Power, we get to see Minka come back, and of course, Brick coming in and just destroying Spade Martinez and kind of having her way with things. Star Power, again, not a tag team you want to mess with, right? Star Power, again, looking great. And Minka, who is a #1 contender for the Cruiserweight Championship, she's a top superstar when it comes to the Cruiserweight division anyway. So now that she's in this tag team with Brick Powerhouser, I mean, where else can you go, right? Like, it's like, oh yeah, Minka was already a top star. Then you added another, what soon was a top star. Yeah, you're going to be a great tag team. Speaking of top stars, though, we got to talk about Teo Blaze. I got to get some water here. I'm thirsty. Teo Blaze, a year ago, Cruiserweight champion. Now he's a multi-time Cruiserweight tag team champion with Andre Jitson. Going for the tag belts one more time. 2 Gents who have never, and I have to look at this, they've never actually lost the tag team championships in a straight up, normal 2-on-2 tag team match, where they always lose in multi-matches. Well, here's a match in which they can win it back in a multi-match. 2 Gents, Teo Blaze, one of the top superstars in Action Wrestling, not only just the Cruiserweight division, but again, Action Wrestling. Could they get the tag team titles back? This could be their night. Yes, this could be their night. This could be the night where they get the Cruiserweight Tag Team Championships back. What a match. You're looking at Strong Style Express, Star Power, two gents, Gate Crashers defending the belts, and then you have Red, White, and Bruised, which, by the way, I'm going back a couple of years, Carly Nash, Nikki Vaughn, they won a tag team TLC match at Evolution before. I might be mistaken, but they've won the tag belts before in a TLC match at Evolution. Can lightning strike twice? There is a reason why they are the Mexican Tag Team Champions. There is a reason why they were the final SCW Tag Team Champions. There's a reason why they were the final WCF Tag Team Champions. They were Clash's Tag Team Champions, and they were the Cruiserweight Tag Team Champions. You're looking at one of the greatest tag teams of all time. Red, White, and Bruised. The greatest tag team champions of all time. Can they win at Evolution in another ladder match? Grab those tag team belts? I believe they can. My money is on Red, White, and Bruised. My money is on Carly Nash being money in the tag team division. Cruiserweight ladder match for the tag team championships. Gate Crashers will defend their Cruiserweight titles against the Red, White, and Bruised, two gents, Star Power and Strong Style Express, and I'm going with Carly Nash. I'm going with Red, White, and Bruised continuing their unbridled dominance in the tag team division. I love Strong Style Express, heavy favorites. I love Star Power, heavy favorites. I'm going with Carly Nash. You can give me Teo Blaze and Sarah Pettis all day long on the betting line. I'm going underdog. I'm going Carly Nash. They're the greatest tag team of all time. If I was to truly go underdog, it would be Strong Style Express. Just can't pull the trigger on them just yet. I need to see some more experience. They're a great tag team. And they have chemistry, like I've been talking about this whole episode. But I'm going with the best of the best. I'm going with that creme de la creme. I'm going with money. You always bet on money to win money. That's Carly Nash in the Red, White, and Blues. That's the end of our recording block here this afternoon. Fox Sports is going to be having some NBA playoff action here coming up here in just a minute. They're going to be discussing, they're going to be breaking down the conference championship games for the West and East side. So we'll come back with John Thomas Live in about 1 hour and 2 minutes. We'll be back with another half-hour block here of John Thomas Live. Again, thank you to Fox Sports, who is here at Media Row all day long. Media Day, Media Row, for Evolution 4 on this beautiful Wednesday, June 23rd. We'll be back with another episode breaking down more matches for Evolution 4. I'm John Thomas. This was John Thomas Live from Evolution 4's Media Row. We'll be back in 1 hour, 1 minute on Fox Sports Live. I'm John Thomas. We'll see you again.